Good afternoon, Magic Bliss and card collectors of all kinds. Welcome back to my channel. I don't have any new cards for you, unfortunately. I kind of got a little bit hosed on my last paycheck. Who knew union dues were going to be so expensive? But I did decide that now that I have a few minutes without my roommate around, aka my father, I am going to do a deck profile for you guys. So, um, this is one of my favorite decks, and I've been meaning to do this video. I was going to talk about magical communities, um, but with everything that's changing and such, I don't really know how to make that video anymore. Because with all the new tier lists and stuff and what have you coming out, I figure I'm just going to wait and see how things play out. But I still want to do this deck profile because it is one of my favorites. It's one of the only two that I keep in my academic, the other one being a precon, so I always have a precon on hand. And yeah, it's one of my older decks too. I think it was the third or fourth deck I bought, and I've just been steadily upgrading it, and it's become quite the beast. So the commander is, of course, Elevere of the Wild Court. She is an amazing little creature. She gives me all these rolls. And rolls are really cool in this game. I think it's an awesome mechanic. I really enjoy the way they build off each other. And yeah, I have two planeswalkers in this deck. This one is a new add-on. I actually haven't played a game yet with it in there, I don't think. If I have, I didn't pull it. And this one has been in there a while. But both are excellent planeswalkers to have in an enchantment deck, for sure. Especially one that focuses on +1/+1 counters and such. Just go through the lands real quick. Sounds like Kaiba's on his way up the stairs with a treat. Hall of Helioid's Generosity is an amazing land. I love this card. I honestly should get more copies of that card, but I just never bothered to. Hello, Kaiba! Daddy's making a video. What are you up to, baby? Where are my cookies, Daddy? Sorry, time out. Somebody needs a cookie. While I give Kaiba his cookie, and I eat my own half, I just wanted to say that I really appreciate everybody who's recently subscribed to the channel and all the ones who've been here the whole ride. You guys are amazing, and I really appreciate people continuing to come in. Hopefully at some point we will get to 50 and that'll be an amazing day. I'll move these up, but I just want to be really careful because I've learned that this is like an abyss. Things that fall down there, I can't figure out how to get them back out. I think you'd have to take the whole bed frame apart, which is ridiculous. So I'm being very cautious about not losing any of my cards over the edge now. Also, the other day, I went and got my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, most of them, back from the storage unit. I forgot a couple of boxes are in my suitcase, so eventually I have to go back over and get those. But, I'm thinking about making my next video a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. If you guys want to see one of my Yu-Gi-Oh decks from way back in the day, let me know. I will be glad to post one. In the meantime, I'm going to do instant sorceries and artifacts first, then I'll do enchantments last, and I'll do enchantments and then creatures last this time. Not many instant sorceries or artifacts in this deck, to be honest. I really just like the idea of building a shitload of enchantments to smack in face. Although I will admit, Vanquish the Horde is one of my favorite cards. And yes, I do run 2 board wipes in here just in case. Because I find that when this deck gets hit by a board wipe, I need time to reset, and the only way I'm going to get the time I need to reset is if I destroy everybody else's stuff. I just realized that my 30-sided die is sitting out, so I'll put that back into my academic. Artifacts. Holy Avenger. Haunted Cloak is a great one. I love that one. I have the Thram Power Suit in here, and it's mostly because a lot of creatures get enchantments attached to them, so it's for that reason more than the artifacts, clearly, because there's only 4 artifacts. But there are a shit ton of auras. Out of all the enchantments, I'd say at least half of them are auras. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's not an aura. I love the artwork on this ground seal. Same with the Greater Auramancy. Oh, the creature got in there. Whoops. Accidental creature show or reveal. Bear Umbra classic. Definitely a hardcore card to have in here. I love Angelic Destiny because when the enchanted creature dies, you get to return this to your hand. And while it only costs 4, it gives the creature 4/4 flying and first strike, and makes it an angel, which is pretty badass. And Garruk's Uprising, another beautiful artwork. So for me, I will say that when I go to play at Magic tables, I don't play anything above a power level 8, whatever the hell that's going to be classified as after Wizards gets done with it. I have no idea, but I don't like CDH. I don't like competitive. To be honest, I usually avoid tables that are 8s too. I like 7 to 4 as a nice range. And I, generally speaking, although my feelings have somewhat changed on this, but prior to all the bans and all the drama that happened, I really did not like proxies. I still won't run any proxies myself, but I'm not opposed to other people using them now. Because, yeah, everything that happened, I can understand why people want to use proxies. Coda is one of the recent add-ins. I love Coda. Because it basically turns everybody else's creatures into 2/2s, and my creatures basically get buffed by all their enchantments again. Shalai is awesome if you can combine Shalai with oh no, it doesn't combine with Oromancy. I thought it did. Anyways, it's still a great card. I like these Nyxborn cards. They can be enchantments, they can be creatures, they can be enchantments onto creatures, then turn into creatures. It's pretty cool. Or an Arlid is a classic. I think that was an include from the original deck. I'm not sure why I have that one in here still. Oh no, it is based on auras. Never mind. Radagast is awesome. Throw in a Lord of the Rings card for sure. Core Spirit Dancer. I love this Silverback Elder. That's a tongue twister for me. He's got tremendous power, and he does some really cool stuff when you bring in creatures. This is my newest add-in to this deck. I originally was going to build a Thrun deck, but when I tried to build my mono green deck, it ended up being more of a everybody gets trample and we're all gonna run you over kind of thing than what Thrun really is supposed to be, which is basically attach every aura you can possibly attach to it and let it smack face. If it had white in it, I might actually switch it out for Elevere, but it does not. I haven't gotten a chance to use this one in a game yet, but this looks like a really cool card too. Exploring Unicorn. And that's it. Not much conversation with you guys today. Sorry about that. I just didn't really have much to say. Like I say, everything is changing. I don't really know how to comment on it until I see how the changes fall. Um, I know there's been a couple articles put out about the tier system and how it's going to go, but I haven't really seen a definitive list yet, as far as I know. When that does hit, I will probably make a response video to it because I have a feeling they're going to mess it up horribly. Um, the idea that I can say this for now, the idea that one card will make your deck go from a level 1 to a level 4 just because that one card is in there, and then Swords to Plowshare counts as a 1, makes no sense to me at all. I'm not gonna lie. I think Swords to Plowshare should be like a level 2 or 3 at least if you're going to be going at this correctly. But I don't know. What do you guys think? How do you feel about the tier system? Me personally, like I say, I want to see how the chips fall, but I'm not overly confident in it. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong about things before. And I'd be happy to be wrong in this situation as well. Because I honestly feel like this deck actually has more lands than most of my decks do too, which is really interesting. I wonder if that's part of the reason why it's so efficient. I mostly run land counts between 30 and 35 because I like to add in extra cards, to be honest. But this one, it really doesn't need extra cards. It's just built like a tank, and it functions so well that I've just always thoroughly enjoyed playing this deck. It is easily one of my 5 favorites, which I never thought I'd say that about white. Back in the day, I always hated white as a color. I never played white in Modern 60 card format. Ever. It was always blue, red, black mostly for me. I did do a bit of green with red and such, but that was mostly to build an allies deck, which back in the day was actually not bad. But anyways, I think that's all I have for you guys. So from me to you, so with that said, much love to you all. From me to you, take care and hug.